अमानित्यम अदम्भित्यम अहिंसा खांति आर्जवम आचार्योपासनं शौचं स्थैर्यम् आत्म विनिग्रह इंद्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम अनहंकार एव च जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुख दोषानुदर्शन आसक्ति रनभिसंग पुत्रदार विहारिषु नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम् इष्टानिष्टो उपपत्तिषु मयि च अनन्ययोगेन भक्ति रव्याभिचारिणी विविक्त देश सेवितम अरति जनसंसदि अध्यात्म ज्ञानम नित्यत्वं तत्व ज्ञानार्थ दर्शनम एतद् ज्ञानम इति प्रोक्तम अज्ञानम जद अत अन्यथा. Sri Krishna has explained. The question was Khetra, Khetragga and Jnanam and Gyam. The questions. What is this body? Overlapped. Krishna has explained already. Rishivi Bahuvi Bahuda Gitam Chandavi Vividhai Pritha Brahma Sutra Padaishchaiva Hetu must be finished. There are many scriptures and many philosophers, Rishi, as I explained yesterday. Nasu Rishijya Samutangram Hinnam. He is not a philosopher who hasn't got a different opinion. Because this material world is practically a challenge to the supreme authority. The supreme authority, Krishna, he is the bhokta, actually. He is the enjoyer. Bhoktaram jagatavasam sarvaloko maheswaram sridam sarvabhutana jnata mam shantimichat. That point is missing. Real enjoyer or proprietor is Krishna. Bhoktaram jagatavasam sarvaloko maheswaram. He is the proprietor. Sarvaloko, not only of this loka, earthly planet, but there are innumerable planets within this universe, and there are innumerable universes also. Not one universe. Jasya prabha prabhavatu jagadanna koti. Jagadanna means universe. It is just like egg shape, anda. You can see this universe, the sky is a horizon. So it is just like egg shape. All the planets and the universes, they are egg shape. Therefore they are called anda, jagadanda, brahmanda. So this jagadanda and Brahma is called Jagadanda Natha. Jagadanda Natha means Brahma. That as in each department for management there is a manager, similarly in each Brahmanda there is a manager who is called Brahma. And each planet there is also a manager or head. That is the system. And the supreme head is Krishna. Just like we divided. Formerly this planet was one unit and there was one head, the emperor, just like Yudhishthira Maharaj was the emperor of the whole world. Parikshit Maharaj, all kings formerly, whoever became king, emperor, he ruled over the whole planet. In each and every planet there was a ruler, but now in the days of democracy there are so many rulers, practically each and every one of us is a ruler. This is democracy. But actually the arrangement is that the ruler should be one, and the supreme ruler is Krishna. Ruler means Ishvara. So there are so many Ishvaras. Ishvaras means that actually there must be one Ishvara, one ruler. But because here in this material world, every one of us is trying to become Ishvara. Therefore the Mayavadi philosophy is that everyone is Ishvara. That's all right. But that Ishvara is not sublime. I may become Ishvara amongst my disciples, but I am not the supreme. I am not Ishvara of everyone. So Ishvara is actually Krishna. Ishvara Parama Krishna, the Shastra says. There are Ishvaras, rulers. That's all right. But the supreme ruler is Krishna. Ishvara Parama Krishna. Satchidananda Vigraha. This is stated in the Brahma Samhita, and Krishna also says, Matta Parataram Nanyat Kinchis Asti Dhananjaya. There is nobody else superior than me. So that is the fact. People are searching after Ishvara. Can you show me God? There is no God. God is dead. So many philosophers and theories are there. But actually there is God. Here is God, Krishna. Ishvara Parama Krishna. Satchidananda Vigraha. Ekola Ishvara Krishna. In Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said that only Ishvara is Krishna, the Supreme. Ekola Ishvara Krishna Arsa Vritta. All others, they are servants. Nobody is actually Ishvara. And we find it practically. Everyone in this material world, he may become a Ishvara in his group, but he is also controlled by somebody superior. That is the position of this relative Ishvara. But Krishna is absolute Ishvara. Nobody is Ishvara above him. That is Krishna. So, everyone is trying to be, so this is the material world. Everyone is trying to be Ishvara. So Krishna says that Rishivi Bahuvi Gita, because everyone is trying to be superior. Naso Manijasya Matham na Bhinnam, that every philosopher must give his own opinion, and it must be refuted by another. Therefore Shastra says that in this way you cannot ascertain what is the reality. If you want to understand the reality by your arguments, by reasoning power, that is not possible. Because I may be very nice arguer, but another person may be better arguer. He can defeat me, and that is going on. Therefore, simply by arguments, you cannot reach the absolute truth. That is not possible. Tarka pratishtha. And if you simply depend on the Shruti, Sutaya Vibhinna. The Vedic literatures are different. Sam, Yajuri, Katharva. And not only that, other scriptures there are. The Sutayo Vibhinna. Naso muning jasamatam na bhinna. Dharmasya tattam nihitam guhaya. To understand religious principle, it is very difficult. Therefore, our duty is Mahajana Jena Gatasya Pantha. We have to accept that way which is given by the Mahajan. Mahajan. The Shastra, we are sometimes in difficulty to find out the Mahajan. Who is Mahajan? That Mahajan is also described in the Shastras. Who can be accepted, the greatest authority, Mahajan. That is stated in the 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Swayambhu Narada Sambhu. They are Mahajan. Swayambhu means Brahma. Brahma is Mahajan. Swayambhu Narada. Narada Muni is Mahajan. And Sambhu, Lord Shiva, he is also Mahajan. Swayambhu Narada Sambhu. Kumara. 4 Kumaras. Sanat Kumar, Adi. They are also Mahajan. Kapil Dev, who expounded that Sankhya philosophy, Kapil Dev, he is incarnation of God. Kumara Kapila Manu, Swayambhuma Manu, he is also authority. Manu's name is also mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. Imam vivasati jugam pratvan aham abhayam vivasyan manoviprahu. Therefore Manu is also Mahajan. His authority. There is Manu Samhita. Our Vedic system is conducted. The lawgiver is Manu. From Manu, the Manusya, man, these words have come. Manu. Descendant of Manu, human society. Manusya. So, Prahlad Maharaj is Mahajan. Janak Maharaj. Prahlad Janaka Bhishma. Bhishma Dev. Grandfather Bhishma Dev. The grandfather of the Pandus. He is also Mahajan. Prahlad Janaka Bhishma. Bali Maharaj. He is Mahajan. Vyasaki. Sukdev Goswami. And Jamaraj, he is also Mahajan. So we have to follow the footsteps of the Mahajan, otherwise we shall be bewildered. Krishna therefore he says, Rishivi Bahuda Gitam. There are many saintly persons, great sages, and they have spoken in various ways, but Krishna concludes Vedanta Sutra. Vedanta Sutra he gives reference because this Vedanta Sutra comes from the disciplic succession of Brahma. Brahma Sutra. Lord Brahma, Krishna instructed Brahma, Tene Brahma Rida Adikavi. Adikavi is Brahma. And Krishna instructed him. Tene Brahma. Brahma means Vedas. Sabda Brahma. The Sabda Brahma was instructed to Lord Brahma by Krishna. Therefore Krishna is the original Guru. Therefore Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Imam Vivasyati Yugam Praktavan Aham. This yoga system, Bhagavad Gita yoga system, I first of all spoke to the Sun God Vivashan Manoviprahu. And the sun god whose name is Vivashan, he spoke to his son Manu. Manu Ikha Kavi Bravi. And Manu spoke to his son Maharaj Ikha. Maharaj Ikhaku is coming from the dynasty of the sun god Vivashan. There are two Kshatriya families, one from the moon god, another the sun god. So, Maharaj Ramchandra appeared in the family of the Surya Vamsha, Ikhaku, Maharaj Ikhaku. So, this is the parampara system. And everything is described in the Brahma Sutra by Vyasdev. Vyasdev happens to be the disciple of Narada. Narada happens to be disciple of Brahma. And from Vyasdev, Madhyacharya, then from Madhyacharya, disciplic succession, the Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri was the spiritual master of Ishwar Puri. Ishwar Puri was the spiritual master of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the spiritual master of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. Rup Sanatan, Bhatta Raghunath, Sajiv Gopal Bhatta, Das Raghunath. So, from the Goswamis, then Kaviraj Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, then Jagannath Das Babaji, then Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, and we are servant of Bhakti Siddhanta. So there is a disciplic succession. That parampara should be followed. Evam parampara pratham imam rajasaya. If we want to understand really Vedic literature, then we must follow the parampara system. There are 4 sampradayas, parampara. The Ramanuja Sampradaya, Madhyacharya Sampradaya, Vishnu Swami Sampradaya, Nimbarka Sampradaya. So, we belong to the Madhyacharya Sampradaya. Fortunately, all these acharyas, even Shankaracharya, they appear from South India. This sampradaya, acharya sampradaya is going on all over India. So, every sampradaya has got his commentary on the Brahma Sutra. Therefore, Krishna says here, Brahma Sutra padaisyaiva hetu madhvi vinishchitam. Unless a sampradaya, the 4 sampradayas, they do not comment on the Brahma Sutra, that sampradaya is not accepted. And if you do not accept the sampradaya, sampradaya vihinaschi mantrasti vipulamata. If you do not take your initiation mantra from the sampradaya, then it is useless. Now, there are so many upasampradaya, but they do not come in disciplic succession, but becomes guru, teacher. Therefore, everything is topsy-turvy. Nobody has got fixed idea what is God. Everyone has created his own philosophy. The whole thing is now confused. Therefore, Krishna specifically mentions Brahma Sutra. Brahma Sutra padaisyaiva hetu madhvi vinishchita. The sampradaya must have understanding of the Brahma Sutra, Vedanta Sutra. So all the sampradayas, they have got their commentary on the Vedanta Sutra, and even Shankaracharya, but his commentary is not accepted by the Vaishnava Acharyas, because he has try to derive some meaning, interpretation. But there is no question of interpretation. When the things are clear, in the Brahma Sutra, all the sutras are very clear. So you don't require an interpretation. You can explain in very elaborately, that is another thing, but you cannot go beyond the sutra. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore says, Mayavadi bhashya sunile hoy sarvanash. Mayavadi bhashya means Shankara Sharirak bhashya of the Brahma Sutra. If you hear the Sharirak bhashya, then you will be doomed, because you will be godless. Therefore, it has been forbidden by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the Vaishnava Sampradayas, Ramananda Sampradaya, Madhvacharya Sampradaya, they all, disagree with the commentary of Shankaracharya, Sharirak Bhashya, Brahma Sutra. So far, we are concerned, Madhva Gauriya Sampradaya. Our Acharyas, they took it, Srimad Bhagavatam, as the right commentary on Brahma Sutra. Bhashyam Brahma Sutrana Vedartha Paribinghitam. This Srimad Bhagavatam is the real Bhashya of Brahma Sutra. So the Gauriya Sampradaya did not make any commentary on the Brahma Sutra, because they took it, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took it as Srimad Bhagavatam as a natural commentary, because Srimad Bhagavatam is also made by Vyasdev, and Vyasdev is the original author of Brahma Sutra. So author made his own commentary, so there is no need of another commentary. This is the Gauriya Siddhanta, Gauriya Vaishnava Siddhanta. But sometimes back in Jaipur, there was a challenge that the Gauriya Sampradaya has no commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. So at that time, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur was requested, because he was grand scholar, grand old man scholar at that time, living at Vrindavan. So he was very old at that time, so he authorized Baladev Vidyabhushan that you do it. There was no need, but people are demanding, where is your commentary on the Vedanta Sutra? So Baladev Vidyabhushan, with the order of Govindaji at Jaipur, he wrote the commentary on Brahma Sutra. That name is Govinda Bhashya. So the Gauriya Brahma Sampradaya, they have also commentary on Brahma Sutra. That is required. So Krishna has explicitly explained the Brahma Sutra Padaischaiva Hetumade. Hetumad Vivinishchita. The Brahma Sutra is called therefore Nyaya Prastha, with logic and reason. Hetumad, cause and effect, everything. Because people like to understand on the basis of philosophy and reasoning, everything. Yes, that is required. Any understanding without philosophy, that is sentiment. And philosophy without religious conception is mental speculation. These two things are going on, not combined, all over the world. There are many so-called religious systems, but there is no philosophy. Therefore, the so-called religious system does not appeal to the modern educated person. They are giving up religion, either Christian, Muslim, Hindu, simply formalities, rituals, they do not like. They want to know everything on the basis of philosophy. That is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is based on philosophy, this system, Krishna Bhakti. Bhagavad Gita means Krishna Bhakti. Devotion to Krishna, Krishna consciousness. That is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, the teaching is Manvana Bhavamat Bhakta Madhyaji Mang Namastu. This is Bhagavad Gita. Always think only Krishna consciousness, pure and simple. Manvana Bhavamat Bhakta Madhyaji Mang Namaskuru. Everywhere Krishna has stressed on his personality. Aham Adirihi Devana. I am the origin of all the devatas. Matta Partanam Nanna Kinchijasti Dhananjaya. Aham Sarvasya Prabhava. Matta Sarvam Pravartate. Iti Matya Bhajanti Mang. Buddha Bhava Samannita. Everything is there. So, Sarvadharman Parityajya, Mam Ekam, Mam, Aham, me. So, in every verse, every chapter, Krishna, Maya Sakta Mana Pratha, Jugam Janjana Madasra, Maya, Mai Asakta, one who is attached to me, Asakta Mana, mind attached to me, that is Yoga. Yoginamapi sarvesham madgata antaratmana madgata. Again mat. Madgata antaratmana sadhyavan bhajate jumam samejukta tamoma. So everything is giving stress. Krishna. But the rascal commentators, they want to make mine as Krishna. This rascaldom has played havoc in India. These rascal so-called commentators, they want to avoid Krishna. Therefore, this Krishna consciousness movement is a challenge to these rascals. It is a challenge. That you want to make Krishna without Krishna. This is nonsense. Now let us report. This morning, one of our devotees has come from Shamsundar, from London. Now this Bhagavad Gita as it is the topmost selling book in London. All the booksellers, Bhagavad Gita as it is. So Macmillan Company is our publisher, and within 1 year they have published 3 editions, 50,000 each. So, real thing will have real value. One professor of religion from London University came to see me. He said, now we have rejected Dr. Radhakrishna's Bhagavad Gita. He said, what is the name of that professor? Perengia, Dr. Perengia. So, we are very sure, although we are not getting very good response in India. In India they have become so advanced. Krishna consciousness, we know everything about Krishna. This is old story. Krishna is our countryman and we know everything of Krishna. And what these people, Europeans and Americans, they can teach us. This is there. So, Bhui for Pandit, in the Bengali it's called Bhui for Pandit. Self-advertised Pandit. Actually, India should have taken very serious care of this Krishna consciousness movement for the glory of their country, because this Krishna consciousness movement originally originated from India. Krishna personally presented this Bhagavad Gita, he is speaking, and it is the duty of every Indian to carry this message as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has advised. Bharat bhumite manusya janma hila ja, janma sarthak kori karo paropakar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said that anyone who has taken birth in India, he is fortunate. He can make his life perfect by reading at least this Bhagavad Gita and distribute the knowledge all over the world. So Krishna says, Brahma Sutra Padeshchaiva Hetum Adhi Vinishtitam. You take Vedanta Sutra, you study from the authoritative sources, then your life becomes perfect, and carry this message all over the world. Formerly, some Swamiji, he also wanted to preach Vedanta Sutra, but while preaching Vedanta Sutra, he learned how to eat meat and how to drink. That's all. This was done, Vedanta Sutra. And everyone is God. That was his conclusion. And this same message, it was not pretty. But actually, Vedanta Sutra, because Krishna is the Vedanta Bit, Vedanta Krit. Krishna says, Sarvasya chaham ridisannivishta matta smritigyanam apohanancha Vedashta sarvai ahameva vedyam Vedanta Krit Vedanta Bitcha aham. So, Krishna is Vedanta Krit, the compiler of Vedanta Sutra, because Vyasdev is incarnation of Krishna. Therefore Krishna is Vedanta Krit. And one who has compiled Vedanta Sutra, he is Vedanta Bit also. He knows what is Vedanta, not by others. Vedanta Bit, Vedanta Krit. Both Vedanta Krit is Krishna, Vedanta Bit is Krishna. So what Krishna says, that is Vedanta. Vedanta means, Veda means knowledge. And Anta means the ultimate. Anta. Every knowledge has got the ultimate end. So everyone is acquiring knowledge. But what is the end of knowledge? The end of knowledge is to understand Krishna. That is the end of knowledge. Vedashta sadvai ahameva vedam. Vedanta krit, Vedanta vitcha aham. So Krishna therefore says, Brahma Sutra Padayishchaiva. He is recommending. He is Vedanta. Therefore whatever Krishna says, that is the ultimate conclusion of Vedanta. What Krishna says? Krishna says, Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam saranam braja. This is Vedanta. If you learn how to surrender to Krishna, that is real understanding of Vedanta. Bahunam janmanam ante, this conclusion comes of the Vedantist, so-called Vedantist. Bahunam janmanam ante, jnanavan mang prapaddati. This is the ultimate understanding of Vedanta. Vasudeva sarvamiti, sa mahatma sudurga. If one understands that Krishna is everything, Krishna is the origin of everything. That is the Vedanta, janmadasya jataha. That is the beginning of Vedanta Sutra. The origin, to understand the origin of everything. The original source of anything. And that is Krishna. Aham adidhi devana. Brahma is one of the demigods. Lord Shiva is one of the demigods. But Krishna says, Aham adidhi devana. Maharsinancha sarpam. So, if we understand Krishna, Vasudeva Sarvamiti, he is the origin of everything. That is our perfect knowledge. Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. But such kind of Mahatma is very received. Kotishapi Mahamune. Kotishapi Mahamaya. Amongst the crores of men, you find one man may know Krishna. Manusyanam sahasreshu kaschin jatati siddha. Jatatam api siddhyanam kaschin veti mam tattva. So if you try to understand Krishna, tattva in reality, that is perfection of life. That is perfection of life. Janma karma me dibbam jo janati tattva. Simply to know Krishna was born at Mathura. He was the nephew of Kamsa and son of. That is also nice. But you should try to understand tattva. That tattva means Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Radi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. That is tattva. The cause of all causes. Janmadasya jata. Cause of all causes. Everything has got cause and effect, cause and effect. So Krishna is the original cause. Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartate iti matya bhajante manga buddha bhava samandita. Those who are intelligent, buddha, complete in knowledge. So after knowing Krishna, Vasudeva Sarvamiti, after becoming Mahatma, some Mahatma Sudurlabha, Bhajanti, Mahatma Rastamang Prarthadvevi Prakriti Masita, Bhajanti Ananya Manaso, without any deviation, Ekant. So, if you take to this Krishna consciousness, without any deviation, there are other demigods, that is admitted, but Krishna is the root. Yatha taranmula nisechanena trippanti satkanda bhujopasakha yatha pranupaharacha jathendriyana tatha sarvahanam achyutejya. You don't require to worship any other demigod. We, all demigods, they are respectable. We offer all respect. A Vaishnava offers respect even to an ant. And why not these demigods? There is another thing. But the Krishna Bhakta, he knows that Krishna is the supreme. The other demigods, they are all subordinate. Krishna also says in the Bhagavad Gita, Kamastasta hitavjnana jajanti anna devata. There is no need. Just like if you pour water on the root of a tree, the branches, the twigs, the flowers and leaves, they all become nourished. Similarly, by worshipping Krishna, he will satisfy all the demigods. You don't require to satisfy everyone. This is the statement in all Shastras. Devarsi bhutatu ninang pitrinam nayam kinkarana rinicha rajam sarvatmanaji saranam sarannam gato mukundam parivittu kartum. We are indebted to so many persons, devatas, deva, rishi, devarsi, bhuta, living entities, nina, human society, devarsi bhutapta, our family men, our friends, devarsi bhutapta ninang, pitrinang, pitriloka, pitripinda. We are indebted in so many ways. It is very difficult to liquidate all these debts. It is very difficult. But if one surrenders to Krishna, sarvatmanaja saranam sarannam gato mukundam. If one has surrendered fully to Mukunda, parihittu kartam, there are so many duties. Therefore Krishna assures that if you surrender to me, if you think that you have not worshipped others, and if you are sinful thereby, Krishna says, Masucho aham tva sarva papin bhamapkaishyami. I shall give you protection. So this is Krishna consciousness. Try to understand and follow. Thank you very much.